We're back in the dungeon. I've got my testing out of the way and I'm ready to start trying to disassemble this system. So I figured I'd just go ahead and do that on camera. So I'll just go ahead and get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of anything I don't want drenched just in case I run into a problem. So I'm going to take the PSU out. I'm also going to take the video card out. And once I get those two components out, we'll go ahead and get started with the draining. GPU is out. Not that easy to do when you're trying to stay out of shot. So, don't want to bang that around too much. Now that we've got some room in here, I'll go ahead and start getting ready to drain. So let's hook up my drain line. Got a container for the water. There it goes. That's 50 times easier than the way I was trying to do it. So this is my first build that I've actually put a drain line in, and I am super glad I did. It's one of the best things I could have added. So I'm really happy with that. Let's just do a little bit of shimmy around. Okay, I think we got enough out to get started, so I'll close that back off. Paper towels, so I don't drench everything. Basically what I'm going to do is just remove the CPU block. So I'm going to try to protect everything I can. Now I think we can go ahead and take this off. Try to stay out of the shot as best I can. Well, that worked out okay. Wasn't as easy as I had hoped, but I think we didn't make too much of a mess. So we'll just have to make sure everything is dry before we continue to add any power. So, but we didn't make too much of a mess. So here you can see the CPU block is off, and Go ahead and take the pipes out. The retaining ring is there. There we are. Get it all cleaned up, and let's get you a good shot of that block. And we'll just take this bad boy apart and put the top that's supposed to be on there, and then we'll test it again and see how the performance goes. So let's try to take this thing apart. Utility knife. And there's the inside of the block that I made. Again, this is 3 pieces of acrylic that I welded together, and just painted it with some plastic dip and then put the snakeskin over the top. Here is the base plate. We'll just clean off all this sealant, and we'll get ready to put it back together. I'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back. I got this thing all cleaned up. You can see there's the base plate. It's all cleaned up. I'll go ahead and try to get this thing put together. The new top, I got the fittings on already. Just fit this O-ring in there. Alright, so that's as tight as I'm going to get that. So this is ready to go back on. I've never put a block on like this, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how it works. So I already put some XSPC K2 thermal grease on there. So let's just see how it works out. Okay, I think that'll work. We'll get these tubes connected back in. Feels like it's putting a little bit more pressure on the motherboard like this. So I'm going to check it out and see if it doesn't feel right. I might have to take it back out. Alright, so there we are. We filled it back up and now we're just going to let it leak check. I'm going to bring the camera in and show where the problem was last time. So, if you can see there in that inlet port, it was just a slow static leak that was coming out from underneath the fitting. When I took the fitting off and inspected it, it seemed to have some kind of small crack on the threads or something. So that was the problem then. So hopefully that problem will be gone and we'll have the block that was intended to be on there, although it doesn't have the snakeskin effect, but it still looks pretty good. So we will let this leak check and then I'll come back with another video, another segment to this video, and we will do some more performance tests to see how much better this block works than the one I put together. Alright, hello guys, I'm back. It's been about 12 hours since we've been leak checking, and so far so good. Haven't seen any major problems. It'll take a little while to work all the air out of the system, but it seems to be holding. No leaks on the CPU block at all. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the system back and put power on it and see how it does. So maybe do some performance tests today. Alright, be back. Alright, I am going to turn the system on for the first time and hopefully we don't have any problems. So let's try it. Seems to start up okay. And we are booting into Windows.